So let's get something clear. Turkey is not about to invade the problem state tomorrow. That's not how this game works. Because the moment Turkey even tries that, they are not fighting the problem state anymore. They are dealing with the United States. And that changes everything. That's a level of escalation anybody enters lightly. So when everyone says Turkey could enter the problem land like it did with Libya and Karabakh, that's not the war plan. That's a warning shot without firing anything. That's him just flexing. Think of it like this. In global politics, countries don't move first. They talk first to shape what everyone else does next. And right now, Turkey is talking loud. Turkey is talking loud. So what is Erdogan actually doing? You see, Turkey today has the most complete military industrial base in the region. They build drones, warships, and missiles. They don't just buy power, they manufacture power. They manufacture it. He is reminding the region of one thing. Turkey does not have a military. It has a machine behind that military. It has a machine that builds the military. They design it, they produce it, and they export it. So when he references Libya and Karabakh, he's basically saying, we've done it before, don't test us. He's not reminiscing. He's reminding everyone that they have stepped into conflicts before and changed the outcome. Do you understand? He's not just joking. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't about the problem land. This is about who leads the region. Because right now, the Middle East has 4 different power styles. Turkey builds weapons and projects its military forces. Saudi Arabia controls money, flows, and influence. And Iran survives pressure and fights through proxies. And Israel strikes at with US backing. That's for sure. So when Erdogan speaks like this, he's not just warning the promised land, he's saying Turkey is not number 2. We are the main character. Now let's talk about Netanyahu. Turkey's president calling him blinded by blood isn't just an insult. It delegitimizes Israel's leadership and positions Turkey as morally superior in the eyes of the Muslim world. That's not just criticism, that is positioning. Turkey is positioning itself. It tells the region Turkey stands on a different side of this conflict. We are not in support of what the promised land is doing. But here's the reality check. Turkey can't just roll into the promised land or the problem land. Geography alone says no. Politics says no. And NATO definitely says no. So this is not a war plan. This is just pressure from everyone. Geography is a nightmare. Turkey is not close to the problem land's border. Any invasion requires airspace over hostile or neutral countries and naval projection into heavily defended zones by Israel. And as regards the NATO constraint, Turkey is a member of NATO, and an attack on Israel risks massive rupture with the United States, possibly sanctions and isolation. And this is strategic suicide for Turkey's economy. So will Turkey try that? What of note is the fact that the problem land has advanced air force, missiles, defense system, even though it appears not to be effective as they thought it was, with lots of missiles landing from Iran. Now, we must not be quick to forget that these Atlas people has undisclosed but widely acknowledged nuclear capability, and most importantly, backing from the United States, who happen to be the problem land's dog. Now, Lebanon. This is where things get sensitive. Lebanon isn't just another front, it's a fault line and a trigger point. If Israel expands operations there, the conflict stops being contained and starts attracting other powers with stakes in the outcome. So, where does Turkey come in this? Turkey doesn't share a border with Lebanon, but it has strategic reach and political interest in how that space evolves. So, here is the geopolitical layer most people miss. Lebanon sits close to Turkey's eastern Mediterranean zone of influence. It's tied to energy routes, maritime control, and regional balance. And instability there can shift power towards actors Turkey is competing with, especially Iran. Iran. So when Turkey speaks up, it's not about rushing into Lebanon. It's about preventing a scenario where Israel escalates, Iran gains more indirect influence through its network and proxies, and Turkey is left watching the sidelines. That's the position Ankara does not accept. So when the message comes out, we are watching closely. What it really means is don't reshape this battlefield without considering us. Don't let this escalate into something that sidelines the Turkish influence, and don't assume we'll stay passive. We won't talk. If the balance shifts too far, we'll take action. So finally, what's the bottom line? There will be no immediate war between Turkey and Israel, but a clear shift in tone, stronger language, sharper positioning, and rising competition for influence. Because right now, nobody wants full scale war unless except the problem land. But nobody wants to look weak either. Nobody wants to look weak. And in geopolitics, that combination is where things get dangerous. I remain Farouk Olanriwaju Abisoye, aka Professor Do Better. Do well to follow, like, and please repost, and repost. It's very important to help this get viral. I love you. See you at the next episode. Bye.